action. We should be pretty good. Everything should be where it need to be. All my people tap in. Tap in. If you not tapped in, you don't want to miss this one, y'all. You do not want to miss this one. This one is going to be one for the books. Even if you only take pieces of this, even if you only take pieces of this, you want to take this one to the bank with you, man. This one's serious. And this for everybody, not just entrepreneurs. I don't care what you're doing in your life. This is something that's pretty relevant to any type of success, any type of elevation, any type of growth, any type of growth. I'm saying if you are working a 9 to 5 and you want to get a raise or get a promotion, whatever you want to do in life, this is relevant. I'm bringing the mic up because I don't want to talk too loud. I want to kind of give y'all this game and I want to give it to you in real time. So, life is a bit crazy, y'all. Life work a little funny, and it's not like you could figure it out with a book. It's not like you could figure life out with a movie. It's not like you're not about to figure life out just by listening to a motivational speaker. What happens is you go in there, you get all the motivation in the world, and then you still have to leave the place and you still have to carry that motivation with you because life deals you all kind of sidebars. It hits you from angles that you didn't even know existed. Life is crazy like that. So this is not going to change your life, but this live will definitely change your mind about something. So a few weeks ago, I went to a Men's Hill conference, and in that conference, there were a lot of people talking about different things that they were going through, and it was a very good conference. But also in that conference, I heard a lot of the people that were going through things talk about helping other people and feeling like they had to give back. So when you are on an airplane, they tell you if there's any turbulence, you have to save yourself, right? They tell you this. The reason they tell you this is because the natural thing for people to do is try to be a superhero. And if you can't save yourself, you can't save anyone else. It's just the way that life is, right? So for a lot of us, if we've ever been the breadwinners, if we've ever been the providers or the person that other people depended on, if you've ever been that person, you get stuck in that role. It's very hard to get out of that role. It's very uncomfortable for you to be out of that role. So some of us, we get in trouble, we go to jail, we come back, and we feel like we have to immediately fill that space, but we don't. So the reality is, whatever was going on while you were gone, and some of these guys had their 25, 30, 35, whatever years, and they feel like they have to come home and be the superheroes or be the person that have to be, uh, the family has to stand on their back. And they don't really understand that whatever was going on while you were gone is probably going to continue. What happens is people get stuck in their ways. So you come home and you say, hey, why aren't you guys doing X, Y, and Z? And they say, hey, you've done 25 years. You come out here and you get it together. Then you have this conversation with us when you can assist us in whatever it is you're talking about. Because while you're not in the fight, the win seems so easy. You could be doing the hardest time in the world and you don't understand, man, why they can't get it together. Unless you've been wrongfully convicted, unless you've been uh overcharged for something, for the most part you're in prison for a reason, right? For the most part you did something, and you go in there and you've made your mind up that life is easy. But if life was that easy, you wouldn't have done what you did. Now, I'm not talking about somebody that had to kill somebody because their home was being broken into and you did. there's circumstances to every crime. I'm saying for you to be in the streets and for you to think life is that easy, you have to be crazy. For you to be a drug dealer, a robber, or whatever your street title is, for you to be that and for you to think life is so easy, you have to be mentally unstable because life is a lot harder to figure out when you're doing it the right way. I've done both. I've came home and I jumped right in the streets, and I'm telling you, I had everything together real quick because I was making fast money. And then I've come home and I had to do it the right way. Now, it is a difference because it lasts longer doing it the right way, but it definitely came faster doing it the wrong way. Now, as far as elevation goes, you have to start thinking about putting the right people in the right places in your life. Because if you are coming home and you get the wrong people in your life, you surround yourself with people who continuously pull you back into things that you haven't planned on being into. You have people tugging at you for different things, even if they don't want you to do anything illegal, they're tugging at you for different things. I've had my nieces call me and say, "Oh, such and such put his hands on me." Well, you need to call the police. I'm on papers. Like, it just is what it is. So you have people tugging at you for all of the wrong reasons, right? And then you have people depending on you for things that you cannot provide because you're trying to get your own feet under you. And that goes to same for anything you want to do in life. Now, if you are around people and those people are needy people, if those people always want your attention, they always have something going on. Um they always need your advice. They always need your time. If these people are around you consistently and they haven't gotten their own selves together, then they'll only hold you back. They'll only hold you back. It's no way around this. You If you don't understand what I'm saying now, you'll never understand it. It's no way around this. If the people around you do not have their lives together, then you will always be tugged at from every angle. And it'll be hard for you to get your life together. It's just the way it is. Now, can you help people out? Yes. Yes, you can help people out. If helping them out doesn't affect what you're trying to do. So you can help family members out if it's something that hey, can you just send me $20? I need to catch this Uber to work. I get paid tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. You can do things like that. You can do things like that. But just imagine, my sister asked me about 2 weeks ago, maybe, hey, can you come help me move some things? I said, no, I can't. And I love my sister. I love my sister, but no, I can't help you move some things. I paid a moving company to move my things. Let's say I'm moving your couch and I blow my back out. Now I can't make my money. Now I'm in pain. No, I can't, right? I'm not a young boy. I'm 41 years old. No, I can't help you move. Somebody else can do it, right? Right? I give you a number. Somebody else can do it. So and I love my sister, and she understood that. The people that love you, they're going to understand when you cannot assist them. The people who truly love you're going to understand why you're moving the way that you're moving. One of my guys in jail called me about a month ago. I had missed a bunch of calls, maybe like 2 months worth of calls, but I did send him some money. So when I send the money, he called me like the next day. I thought he was calling to say, hey, I got the money. Whatever the situation was, that wasn't it. So he hadn't even got the money. I sent it to a family member. So anyway, he said, man, I know you missed a bunch of calls, but I wasn't tripping. I was saying, man, bro doing this thing. Maybe he don't even want to talk about no prison stuff. And I said, you definitely right. Right. I told him this. I said, you definitely right. But I did want to touch base with you. So he didn't need an explanation of me not answering the phone. Now, that's not exactly what happened. What happened was I was pretty busy, but he didn't need that explanation because he know bro in his zone. Your family and friends, if they don't consider the fact that you're busy, consider the fact that you have things going on, when they ask you things, then they don't really care about you. So for you to be worried about upsetting them is rather crazy because these are people who don't have your best interests at heart. If you say, "Hey, I'm studying for my Series 7 exam," that's something you get when you are a certified public accountant or you doing something in finance and you want to get this certification. It helps you level up in that field. So a Series 7 may take you 6 months of studying. If people are constantly calling you and asking of your time, they don't care about you passing that Series 7's test. Now, if you've never told them and they just reach out, "Hey, I just wanted to invite you," that's one thing. But if you've told them, "Hey, I'm pretty busy, I'll be busy for the next 6 to 8 months or whatever," and they call you for meaningless things, "Hey, can you come help me? I'm on the side of the road." They have tow trucks for that. Why are you calling me? I love you and I wish the best for you. I can send you the $150 for the tow truck, but they have tow trucks for that. I'm pretty busy. Your time is the most valuable asset you have. So for people to consistently ask of your time, they do not care about you unless they're willing to pay you for your time. Family and friends, your inner circle is one of the most important factors of success and failure. If your family doesn't want to allow you to be great, you have to move around. I love the saying "no new friends" and all of that. My day one's this, my day one's that. That's why I used it in the title and the caption or whatever else. But I'm telling you, if your day ones are not growing with you, you have to let them go in order for you to fly. It doesn't work both ways. This doesn't work both ways. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. If the people around you are not growing like you're growing, you have to get away from them because they will only hold you back. It does not work the other way around. You cannot be great and sit around them and think that they're going to just catch on to your greatness or you're going to sprinkle a little bit of your greatness on them. Everybody has their own route to take. So when they're ready, they can come get some of your greatness. But you can't sit around them hoping that if it rubs off on them. You can't sit around them and hope that the way that you feel about life will somehow jump into their body and they just, "Oh my God, I'm ready to do it." It don't work like that. It don't work like that. I haven't said this publicly, but my brother was just sentenced to 2 years to 7.5 years in the MDOC just like 2 or 3 weeks ago. My brother and I have been through most of the same things. I've actually done more time than him, but something in me clicked. I don't want no parts of nothing illegal. I don't want no parts of it. I don't want any parts of prison because I feel like I'm better than that. I feel like I'm better than prison. And I didn't always feel like that. I felt like it was a part of life because I went to prison so young, it became natural to me. Because I was in juvenile at 11, it became it was a natural thing to me. Imagine that I was 11 years old and I was in juvenile and I didn't have bad experiences like somebody bullying me or anything like that. I didn't have those bad experiences. I've always been me. So I never was afraid of incarceration because it happened to me so young. And that's crazy and it's a little devastating, but I understand where my brother is coming from. It was an attitude that I had to shake, but I shook it. I shook it. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. I look at some of the things that these young kids are going through nowadays and I said, "Dog, it's going to take some real therapy for these kids to get over some of this stuff. It's going to take some real therapy for these kids to become law-abiding citizens, for them to be a great adult." I took a 18-month cognitive thinking program while I was just in the feds. It's literally the only reason that I understand a lot of the things that I went through. It's one of the only reasons that I forgive my mom, who did really nothing. She lost her rights, but me and my brother was turned up. She did what she thought was right to do. And I don't blame my mom for everything because some of the things that I've went through, it was meant for me to go through. So I'm not mad at my mom that I had to do 2 bits. I had to be there to be here. But for the people that I grew up around who went through a lot of the things that I went through, we don't have the same conversations. And I'm okay with that. So when we talk and they talking a little different, that's a short conversation for me. It's a short conversation. Why do I need to dumb myself down, or why do I need to level down to be able to communicate with the people who I used to communicate with? I have NBA level conversations with some people because that's the level of conversation that I like having. We can talk sports sometimes. We can talk fighting sometimes. We can talk about certain things. I'm not a clam. So there are certain things that I like. I still watch sports. I still watch boxing. I still watch different things. And I still watch movies, and I catch a series here and there. So I'm not some like in a shell person. But what I'm saying is sometimes those conversations veer off into the BS. And you have to notice when you're spending too much time talking about the BS. Now, there are social events where the BS is cool. Because sometimes I'd rather talk about the fight that happened last week than to talk about Donald Trump, politics, religion. I don't want to talk about those things with everybody because some of those conversations get heavy. But for you to sit around people who want nothing out of life, and for you to claim that you actually want something out of life, you have to be crazy, and you're lying to yourself. If the people around you are aspiring to nothing, you can't keep talking about wanting to do better. You can't. Last year, I spoke to one of my tax team, and she wanted me to mentor her child's father, right? And she cool. She's doing her thing, right? And I said, why would I do that? And she didn't get it at first. I said, but why would I do that? You want it better than he wanted because he's not calling me. He's not tapping in with me. He's not asking for mentorship or any type of guidance, right? He probably doesn't feel like anything is wrong. He's probably okay with his lot in life and what he has going on. You can't want it better than they want it. It's impossible. You can wake them up in the morning. You can take them to the gym. You can do all of this, and they're going to say, yeah, that's cool, but I don't feel like working out today. Yeah, that's okay, but I want that big slice of cake. Y'all, I love cake. I love cookies. I love ice cream. I ain't dogging nobody, right? I'm just saying you can't want it better than they want it, right? You can't. So if the people around you are stagnant and you're saying, I'm all about motion, I'm running a marathon, I'm doing this, you just like hearing yourself talk. You just like hearing yourself talk. It's impossible. It's impossible. You can keep pumping yourself up, talking to yourself. You sitting in the mirror and, yeah, you got this, you the man, you this, you that. But in reality, you are no better off than they are. In fact, if you really want it and you crazy enough to sit around these people and they don't want anything out of life, you're worse off than they are because you probably miserable because you're not willing to do the hard things. If you really want it, but you are emotional and you don't want to let go of certain people and certain things, then you probably driving yourself crazy. You sitting up at night, you trying to figure out why things not working out for you. You got everything else in the world going on and you just don't get it. But it's all because you're sitting around the wrong people. Your circle is not the right circle for elevation, for growth, for scaling, for any type of thing like that. You have to be around the right people. You have to, because conversations are going to come to you. And if you're around the wrong people, those conversations will be full of chitter chatter. Those conversations will be full of gossip. Those conversations will be full of rumors and innuendo and propaganda and everything else because you are around the wrong people. The right people will bring you the right opportunities. They'll bring you the right connections. You'll watch your network grow, everything like that. But when you have the wrong people around you, you're consistently watching yourself in a circle. You walking around in a circle, man. And you don't know why. You're saying, dang, I'm doing all the right things. I'm going to school. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm doing this. I'm making money. I'm all that's cool. But if you have the wrong people around you, first of all, they bring the wrong energy. And the fact that they bring the wrong energy, even the conversations, if you talk to somebody and they always having a bad day, they can be all right people, but they always having a bad day. They are Debbie Downers. Every time you talk to them, oh, such and such. Hey, how's the day going? Well, I woke up. Nobody want to hear that. Well, I woke up. What is that to celebrate? You woke up and then what? Did you wake up and do something productive or you just woke up? You woke up. I never want to converse with anybody that's the highlight of their day is waking up. If you want to sit around people that the highlight of their life is just waking up. I woke up. Hey, how you doing? I woke up. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? People ask me, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm super blessed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm so excited about life. Hey, how's things going? Yesterday I made progress. Today I'm making more progress. What do you mean I woke up? If the people around you are just happy to wake up and you saying you want to be great, you a fool. And you got to get used to being alone. People did all of that talking trash about Kobe. But now that we finally understand it and we get the Mamba mentality, we get it. Kobe didn't mind being by himself because he understood this road's going to get lonely. Everybody's not going to wake up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning and want to hit the gym. But this is what I'm signing myself up to do, whether they come or they don't come. Now, it may be nice to get some extra people in the gym and you can work out. You may lift a little heavier because you got a spot, whatever the situation is. But for the most part, people that want to be great, we not sitting around looking for anybody that want to roll with us. We not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm applying for a PhD program. I'm not looking for my homies to come study with me. I'm going into unfamiliar territory. I know that. I know I'm going to be alone. I know I'm going to be right here in this office. I'm in my house now, but I'll be either in this office or my office or my real office. But I know I'll be there. I'll be there probably for the rest of the summer. And then I'll be there for a few years as I pursue this next level of education. I am fine with that. I've settled into that. I'm cool with that. If you are not willing to be alone with yourself, then you are always trying to fit in with the crowd. Then you are always trying to be a part of something. That's crazy. They say it's lonely at the top, and that's fine. Who wants to be at the bottom? Who want to be at the bottom? Who want to settle in with the rest of these bums and stragglers? Why is that something that you should beat your chest about? Yes, it's lonely at the top. I'm trying to get there. Yes, it's lonely at the top. I want to be there. I want to be the best I can be. I am never going to down myself to make people around me feel better. I am never going to want for less so I don't feel like I'm leaving people. I'm never going to dumb myself down to have conversations that mean nothing to me. You got to be a fool. Stop acting like you want it. If you are not willing to cut people off, then you don't want it. I'm talking about brothers, sisters, mamas, daddies. Anybody that's drama, you got to cut them off. You got to cut them off. It don't matter if you love them. It don't matter if you got kids with them. Whatever the situation may be, you have to be willing to let it go. And if you are not, then you got to admit to yourself, I just don't want it bad enough. I am still too concerned with being liked. I am more concerned with being a part of this family or this crowd or this circle of friends than I am actually making progress in my life. You have to admit that. Until you're ready to admit that, then you can quit talking about how great you want to be or how much better you want to be in life, because you can't. You can't want to be better in life if you want to still surround yourself with the same people. And I don't never listen to people that's talking about, well, you got to take your family with you. You a fool. You get there. You get there, and then you extend an olive branch for anyone else who want to get there. You get across the bridge, and then you tell them, hey, y'all, come on, let's get over here. But if you think you're going to pick them up on your back and walk across the bridge, you a fool. Nobody's going to cross the bridge. Nobody's going to cross the bridge. How bad do you really want it? I told y'all this wouldn't be a motivational speech. I told y'all that, and I mean that. It's not a motivational speech. This is something that you can implement as fast as you get off this live. Because somebody's going to reach out to you. Somebody's going to send you something on social media that means nothing to your greatness. Hey, look at this. Some things are informational, right? They cool. But if somebody's only sending you garbage and mess and drama and fight videos and all of that, they're not sending you anything to actually help you be great, then you need to stop responding to them. It's time. It's time. I don't care how old you are. It took me a little longer to figure some of this stuff out. But if you are tapping in any form right now, then you don't have to wait. You can do this at 21, 22, 23 years old. Start cutting some of these people off. Stop holding on to family trauma. Stop holding on to all of this stuff. You gotta let it go. It's time to let it go. If you want to be great, you gotta let it go. Erykah Badu was singing about it when she was talking about the bag lady. Bag lady, you gonna miss your bus. You can't hurry up because you got too much stuff. All that baggage. Y'all walking around with all this baggage talking about you want to fly. You got all these high and mighty goals, but you walking around carrying baggage. You carrying family baggage, baggage from old relationships. You carrying kids that don't want to do right. You carrying all of this stuff. And then you're talking about being great. You talking about being great. And this not somebody preaching from the mountaintop. This somebody that had to deal with all of this stuff. I'm telling y'all firsthand. I had to let some people go. They had to be mad at me. Be mad at me. It's okay. Be mad at me. And then I walk out of my office to my big old ceiling and my kids in they nice, comfortable bedrooms and everything that we did, and everything makes sense. Because I could be in a project still. I'm a project baby. I'm a project baby. I'm a project baby that's doing 6 figures and better every year the right way. I'm a project baby. A real project. This ain't me telling you to do something I haven't had to do. I came home, the phone calls like, bro, it's still going down. It's still going down. It's money on the floor. What's up? Welcome home. None of my guys got indicted. I walked into somebody else's indictment. I came home to my homie saying, bro, we still eating. What's up? Welcome back. I had to turn all of that down, man. It was hard. It was hard for me the first 2 or 3 years, especially while I'm still trying to go through school and figure all this out. Me and Lily bumping heads, going through what we going through. I done moved out, moved back in. I'm telling you what I've been through. I came home to my kids not respecting me because I hadn't been in the house with them for 4 years. Cash was born while I was gone. I was 3 or 4 months into my bit before Cash was born. Cash didn't know what a daddy in the house looked like. I had to come home and build a relationship again with my kids. My kids thought I was at school. That's what we at school. They kind of, as they got older, they nigga, you ain't in school. You feel me? But I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all, bro. This not somebody that's preaching from a mountaintop, man. I'm telling y'all, what I had to do to get to this point in my life is I had to let a lot of stuff go. I had to detach. And I know that in order for me to get to the next level where I'm making 7 figures, I'm going to have to detach from more things because everybody can't go. It's a reality that I had to deal with 3 or 4 years ago. Everybody can't go. I go to Southwest with one of my homies, y'all. I'm telling y'all how a lot of this stuff came about. I was just getting off tether. I'm still on probation. I'm on federal probation, but I'm just getting off tether. I go to the hood. I'm in the hood. I'm hanging with the homies. Most of the homies leave. One of the homies said, Jackpot, shoot me the Rouge. Boom. I go shoot the shot. Boom. On my way there, I'm wondering what we got going on. I go to Rouge. He catch a sale. This what happened. Right? I'm giving y'all the truth. If you know Rouge, you got to pass the police station to get into Rouge. I only been out of jail a few months. I'm like, dang, man, I'm literally, this is my first time in the hood since getting off this tether. So I said, damn, the first time I'm in the hood, the homie got me going to catch a sale. You could have drove your own car to do that. And this ain't no spite to my homies, but they don't understand what's at risk because this is stuff that I would usually do. This is what it is. That's what I usually wouldn't mind that. I was in the hood, like whatever. It could be a shootout. Let's tear this mug up. Whatever it is, when I'm out there, I'm with what I'm with. I haven't made real money in the hood since I was a teenager, y'all. Since I was 18, 19. My money wasn't made out there. I didn't sell pills around Detroit for real, y'all. So my money wasn't that type of money. I didn't have to be in the hood, right? I'm in the hood because these my guys. These the guys that I'm comfortable with. It didn't been shootouts while I was out there, raids it was all kind of stuff. But I'm in the middle of this because in my mind, this is my family. These the guys I grew up with. I'm Southwest out, right? And this part of the reason why, if you watched the live about 2 months ago, I was saying I don't get the backlash about being from Southwest, even though I grew up in Ben Harbor, Michigan, right? I was born in Detroit. Everybody from Southwest, my family from Southwest. But my dad died in Southwest. My dad from out there, everything. But I'm just saying I don't get a lot of you not from South, because I was in Southwest. Even though I haven't lived out there in a few years, I was in Southwest. Why this nigga out here? And you know I ain't making no money out here. I'm riding around in foreigns and everything. I'm not doing nothing out here. And if I do, it's a bag. I'm dropping a bag and moving. I'm not never sitting around Southwest making money. Right? So I'm just saying that to say I don't got no reason being in the hood. I'm just telling you that. Before I didn't understand that. My sister would be worried about me calling, bro, you all right? Why you in Southwest? Nigga, you don't make money out in Southwest. Why are you there? Like, it was stuff. My girl worried, baby, why are you in the hood? Like, you don't got to be in the hood. I had a nice condo in Novi. Ceilings high. Well, these ceilings high, but my ceilings was high, and I was in the hood. Chilling. And didn't have to be. It would be different if I had a spot or something going on. I'm just in the hood. That's the dumbest place for me to be. But I didn't understand then what I understand now. Now when my homies want to see me, I say, bro, pull up. Big fight party at the crib. The homie was over the other day. He said, damn, what size TV is this, Jackpot? For real. We gonna do it big. Y'all come out here and see me, bro. Come see me. I don't want to be where it's life threats and stuff like that. Come out here. It's comfortable out here. It's comfortable where I'm at. Come chill with your boy. And those are the people that I love. The invite is always there. We gonna either buy some or Lily can cook. The invite is always there. But those are the few people that I love, y'all. And those are not the people dragging me. You have people around you that's dragging you and you don't want to let them go. You don't want to, I know that this. It could be your woman or your man or whatever. You don't want to let them go. Well, what they going to do? They going to live. They going to live or they going to drown. What's it to you? You going to jump in and save them? You going to jump in and save them? Because how bad do you want to live? How bad do you want to grow? You have to change your surroundings. You have to change your circle. You have to change your mindset. You have to change what you're watching. You have to change what you're listening to. You have to change the whole frequency of your life if you want to elevate to the next level. And the next level is different for everybody. For me, it's getting this PhD and writing a new book. And I have a whole train of thought that I want to promote. I have something totally different that I'm pursuing than most people. So I am comfortable knowing that I'll probably be alone in this endeavor. I'm going to probably be alone. I'm going to spend a lot of time by myself. And when I'm not doing that and really growing as a person, I'll have to spend time with my family. And I mean my immediate family, my woman and my kids. Some of my other family members going to have to take the L. But it's greatness on the rise. Just like being on that plane, I got to save myself. They tell you to save yourself. You got to save yourself. Put on your life mask or put it on. Make sure you can breathe. I have to make sure I can breathe. I have to do this. If I don't do what I'm trying to do, I'm going to be miserable. So what do I look like being miserable to appease somebody who probably still going to be miserable? You can't save half of these people, bruh. You can't save half of these people, bruh. My brother is doing 2 to 7.5. And I came home and I told him, bro, I'm out the streets. I told him while I was in prison. He came to see me and the conversation was, oh, bro, you know, woo, they don't want to deal with me. I need you to make a few calls or blah, 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 or whatever else. Right? That's basically what he came telling you. Bro, they ain't messing with me. Basically, you need my cosign because your name ain't good enough. And I came home and that's what he thought was the plan. Well, bro home, so they gonna deal with you because they don't want to deal with me. And I said, bro, I'm going to school. My own brother looked at Lily. Mind you, my kids are running around. And I'm telling you, Lily was pregnant with Cash when I went in there. So these are the first few moments I'm really getting to spend with my son. My brother looked at my kids and looked at Lily and said, Lily, you need to talk some sense into this nigga. God is my witness. I never said this in public, but God is my witness. He looked at Lily and watching my kids run around. My brother said, Lily, you need to talk some sense into this nigga. He said, all this money out here and he worrying about school. I really need y'all to understand that thought process. I did 9 years in the state from 18 to 27. I came home. I was back in the streets before I could tie up my Air Force Ones. Literally, I'm running to the streets. It's time to get back to it. Right. I get a Fed indictment, literally fighting for my life because it started off as a RICO. They was trying to give me 20 years for this case. I'm paying and doing everything I can to get less time, everything but cooperating. Real G's don't do that. So I'm doing everything I can that don't require that, right? Literally paying and paying. No gripes. I'm taking care of my business, whatever it takes. I said it on the RICO song. I told the lawyer, because we was going to trial. When it was a RICO, we were preparing for trial. Like I wasn't taking a cop for the RICO, and he wouldn't even advise me about that. Right? He told me, he said, I wouldn't even advise you to take this plea. They was trying to give me like 17.5 years. He said, I wouldn't even advise you to take this. And I wasn't going to take it. Right? Cinco was only about a year old at the time. Yaya was only about 6-7 months, whatever the difference is. And I said, this is not about to be that. I'm not about to go to jail and come home to my kids graduating, right? I'm telling you, that's how I felt. So it was time to fight. I'd rather go to trial and get 25 years than to get these people 17, 18 years literally handed to them on a platter. So that's why I ended up on bond for almost 2 years. We were fighting, right? Shout out to Kevin Basant. If you're not familiar with Kevin Basant, check out Kevin Basant if you have any legal issues, man. He really he seen that he seen what my attitude was and he rolled with me. Whatever you, let's get it. And he said, man, it's gonna be some more money. But I said, don't worry about the green. You worry about the black and white. Let me worry about the green. Whatever it costs, it will be covered. That's what I told him. Don't worry about the money, man. We good. We don't have money issues. I got a time issue right now. And I ended up only getting 60 months because they dropped it from the RICO dropped down to the offer ended up being a conspiracy. And I don't even know who it's no co-defendants on my paperwork, y'all. I don't even know who my co-defendants are, but literally I have a conspiracy that say owner one, two, three, four, such and such. It's like crazy. So I have no other names on my paperwork. It's weird, but the feds play a crazy game, and even that's a little scary. But I go from state joint to right in the streets to now fighting a federal RICO case that I cop out to a conspiracy. I literally left one joint and start throwing rocks at the other one. Literally, I'm telling you, I didn't do anything. I think Larry Turner, shout out to my guy Larry. Larry came and picked me up one day, like, come on, bro, we gonna go to the temp service or something. I went there and something happened. We never even did temp work. I never had a job, nothing. It was right in the streets. Shout out to my guy Larry. Larry wanted me to do the right thing so bad, man. Larry's a good guy, man. Shout out to my guy Larry. I grew up with Larry out in Southwest. And Larry was like, bro, let's go. I'm gonna take you out to the temp service. We gonna get you something, man. We gonna get you out the streets. I said, yeah, let's do it. I get there, something ain't go right. Don't worry about it, Larry. They got pills up the street. I literally came back from the temp service and whatever bad news they gave me to an opportunity to do what I was doing. And I started doing that. And I'm just telling y'all this. I'm not trying to glorify. I'm just telling y'all how my thought process was. I literally went from one joint to throwing rocks at another joint. Boom. So then I catch the case, I get in there, and I ended up like, man, what kind of changed my attitude was the fact that Cinco, man, Cinco always wanted to go with me. And on my way in there, Cinco was like, I'll go with you, Dad. I had to self-surrender at my island. And he was like, I'll go with you, Dad. I said, nah, you can't go with me. And then even the first few visits, Cinco was like, Dad, I could just stay with you. He don't understand I'm in prison. Cinco wasn't even 2 yet, right? Cinco was, I'm lying. Cinco was 2. That's what he was. He was 2. And Cinco kept saying, Daddy, I'll just stay with you. Like he didn't even want to go home. He don't know. Cinco coming to visit me and just crying because he got to leave, y'all. So who want to deal with that? Who want to leave their kids, bro? So as I'm in there, I had to get my head straight, right? I had to get my head straight and learn how to avoid the BS even while I'm in there. So when I came home, it was a learned behavior. It was something I had practiced over the 4 or whatever years I was in there. I have to avoid the BS. I have to avoid the phones. I have to avoid the drugs or pills or whatever else, the K2, whatever is in here that can be doubled and flipped and sold. I have to avoid it because I have to practice avoidance to learn to get away from the stuff. I had to get away from it. I'm sitting in there like, boom. Sometimes Lily needed some money. I had to make phone calls. Shout out to people that helped me out. Sincere Kid, the producer. It was a bunch of people. My nigga Nep was always there. Jeter. I don't want to forget. My guy died. It was so many people that helped. My guy Chuck. Like it literally was people that helped y'all. So it wasn't like it was all on me, but I literally could make phone calls to certain people if things got tight, and I could say, hey, little mama need a couple dollars, man. Whatever the situation may be, right? So I can't just act like, but even that was a lot to me. Even that was a lot to me because I'm like, dude, I'm supposed to be there helping my woman raise my kids. I'm supposed to be here to provide. So why would I go and risk my freedom and risk being away from my kids for any amount of time? That's probably going to be a lot longer than 5 years or 9 years because now I have this criminal history and I'll end up with 10, 15, 20 years for nothing. That's what they do. They stack up your criminal history and I can go catch a dumb case that's probably a 2 to 5 and they try to give me 15, 20 years for it. Right? So I done made this change and then I come home to certain people saying, F the changes you made. That's basically what my brother was saying. I don't care what you went through in there. It's money out here. It's money on the floor. And for him to sit there looking at my children and to tell Lily, talk some sense into this nigga. You know I'm not lying because I'm quoting it exactly how he said it. Lily, talk some sense into this nigga. He said all this money out here and this nigga worried about school. Right? So when people talk to me, why you and your brother don't, me and my brother on 2 different things, y'all. Me and my brother on 2 different things. And I wish for him the best, right? And when he gets on what I'm on, we'll have a better relationship. But until then, why would I scoop down to his level? If it was up for my, if it, If it was up to my brother, if I was to appease him, I would be locked up or dead somewhere because all he caring about is getting the bag. My brother gave me a hug and then said, "Welcome home. Let's get to a bag." That's it. It didn't even feel like my brother was happy that I was home. My brother came to see me on a mission. He came to see me on a mission. When he see that wasn't working, I'm telling you, he looked at my woman and said, "Lily, talk some sense into this nigga." Like I was the one thinking crazy. Like I didn't have my head on straight, right? Talk some sense into this nigga. I'm talking about bettering my life, going to school and doing something so my kids don't have to suffer, so my family is secure. And you talking about talk some sense into me? These are the type of people y'all surround yourself with. When you tell them you have an idea about growth and elevation and they try to talk you out of it or talk you into something stupid, and then you call them people the next day. What's up? What you mean, what's up? They have nothing good for you. If every time your friend calls you, it's with drama, it's with gossip and BS. Girl, you seen what happened on Bad Girls Club? Like, what are you talking about? What does that do? How does that pay my bills or feed my kids? You gotta be crazy. So what I'm saying is, you don't have to cut them people off. But what you do have to do is be honest with yourself and say that you are not that far off from those people. You can have all the fake goals in the world, but in reality, you just like them. Because if you wasn't, you'll create some distance. If you wasn't, you wouldn't have conversations with these people every day. If you wasn't, you wouldn't even be that accessible to them. Everybody can't call me. Everybody can't call me because I understand it. The top is lonely for a reason. If you want to fit in the crowd, stay at the bottom. Stay at the bottom. Don't worry about it. You always got company at the bottom. I'm cool by myself. I love being in my office. I love being in my studio and recording. I record by myself. I've always recorded by myself. I love it. I love being by myself. I love it. If you always need somebody there, you're going to have trouble elevating because you need the silence. You need the distance. You need separation. Separation leads to growth. Separation leads to silence. While you're in the silence, you can hear things clearly like, okay, this is what it sounds like. You can see things clearly because you don't have all the noise. Noise could be audio, it could be visual, it could be mental. Noise is noise. Noise is whatever's keeping you away from clarity. Whatever's keeping you away from clarity. It could be drugs and alcohol. That's noise. It's affecting your thought process. It's okay to celebrate. You got everything done you want to do, so that's cool. But if you wake up in the morning, roll over to a blunt, and then you off your square for the rest of the day, you a fool. If you roll over into a bottle and then you can't really get your bearings to yourself for the rest of the day, you a fool. And it's okay to be a fool, but quit talking to me and everybody else about how you elevating. Quit talking to everybody about what you doing and how you putting it together and all of that. Stop lying. You a bum just like the bums you surround yourself with. And it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear, well, I'm doing such and such. Nobody cares, bro. Especially if you've been talking for 5, 10, 15, 20 years and you've done nothing. I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear it, man. I'm not sitting around trying to be friends with losers, man. You gotta be crazy to want to be friends with losers. You gotta be crazy to want to stay attached to family members who are losers. They're losers. Get away from them. Be okay with getting away from them. Be okay with letting them go their separate way. Be okay with them talking bad about you. Oh, he think he all that. Oh, she thinks she better than us. Oh, that's fine. Stay your losing ass over there and keep talking. That's fine. I'm cool with that. Keep hating from the distance because I'm not allowing you access to me. You won't be close enough for me to even hear what you hating about. You see all these people talking trash about Jay. You think he hear that? This man worth 2, 3, 4 billion. You think he care? Do you really think he care? You got to get in that type of place, man. You're worrying about people talking about you who you shouldn't even care about their opinions. Why are you worried about what these losers feel about you? They're losers. You're more worried about how losers feel about you than how winners will feel about you if you're in a room. The winners are going to welcome you when you have a winning attitude. The losers are going to talk about you. You're more worried about fitting in with other people who are losers. That's crazy. That's insane. You worried about pissing your cousin off who is a complete loser. You're worried about making her mad because you didn't answer the phone last weekend when she wanted to hang out because you had to study. That's not a winning mentality. That's not a winning mentality. You're worrying about upsetting a loser. She's a loser. You're worrying about upsetting a loser. He's a loser. What you doing? What you got up for tonight? You want to hang out? Well, no, I'm studying for my nursing exam. It's like, girl, you can study tomorrow. Get your losing ass off her phone, nigga. You supposed to say, okay, you want me to send you something to eat? That's what winners do. It's a different mentality. I'm never putting me over you winning. Yeah, I was trying to get it off tonight, but you busy. You doing something productive. And I'm not going to come over and bother you because I want to get it off tonight. Let me know when you got the time so I can get it off. You hungry, baby? I'm going to send you something to eat. You need anything else? You studying for your nursing exam. I don't want you worried about the bill. Here go a couple dollars. Take care of that. That's what winners do. Your friends have to be winners in order for you to win. It's a difference, and you have to understand the difference. Stop letting your mom or your cousin or they've shown you time and time again, they don't have your best interests at heart. So if you are not cutting them off, then you don't have your best interests at heart. Yes, it makes you feel better. Yes, it's okay because your mom loves you because you came to her rescue. But as fast as you came to her rescue, she's going to kick you when you're down. Get the hell away from her. Mama, I have to love you from over here because you mean me no good. People show you this type of stuff and you hang around. You stick around. You love them and you embrace them. You invite them to your family gatherings. You bring them around your kids. They probably pinching your kids when you ain't looking. Stuff like that. Like, what are you talking about? Even if they don't do anything damaging to you, their energy alone is holding you back because they're not putting you in positions to win. They don't even, it's not even that your family don't have the personnel to put you in a position. They just not those type of people. So listen to this. You may have, like, I have mentors that are doing like better than me. They've been in business longer than me. They got their stuff together, right? So let's say my mentor came, right? I got a mentor named Asim. I just texted Asim yesterday. So I'm gonna use Asim as an example, right? So let's say Hasim say, JP, I'm coming to Detroit. I'm trying to roll with you, blah, 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 right? Let's say I go pick Asim up from the airport. Boom, we chill, go hang out. Bam, we cooling. I bring a couple of my homies. and these guys have nothing going on. I'm talking about nothing. And he say, these are guys you hang with every day? Yeah, this my crew. These my guys. I wake up, I call my guys. And it seems say, dang, all right. And, that's it, right? It's kind of like, yeah, that's what's up, man. I may have just shot myself in the foot. I got you clowns around my mans. My man's $1 million dude. I done got him around you losers because I don't know no better. He's just my crew. Now he thinking I'm a loser. This is how this works. So just imagine the people who actually want to help you or who are actually in position to help you, but you keep these losers around you. They don't want nothing to do with them losers. And they looking at you now like you a loser because you sticking around these losers. For what? For what? You have to understand that like attract like. It's not opposites attract. Like attract like. If you are not attracting the right people, it's because you are not who you think you are. I am everything I think I am. When I wanted to do taxes, I dealt with a bum that tried to get down on me. Fast as I could rebound, I end up with somebody that didn't help me make a couple hundred bands. Help me build a tax team that give me real game. That as soon as I said I was finishing a funding course and I was about ready, she sent me a client. She sent me a funding client. I was finishing the course and she sent me a funding client. This is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. Y'all think this is some type of rocket science and it ain't. So it's only two things going on. Either you don't want it bad enough or you too dumb to realize what it really takes to get there. That's it. That's it. Either way, I want nothing to do with you. I only want winners on my team. I'm not saying you can't have a hiccup. We all have hiccups. But if I'm dealing with you and you bring losers around me, I don't want nothing to do with them and I don't want nothing to do with you. You're a loser too. You're a loser too. Now, if somebody pulled a wool over your eyes and you introduce them to me and they snakes in disguise or something happened, I can't hold you to that. Some people wear it well. But I'm saying if I meet them and in 30 seconds, I can see that these people are losers and you smiling because yeah, this is my cousin and this is my friend. You're a loser. Fellas, ladies, this actually works for dating too. This is not just in business. This works for dating too. If your woman or your man is surrounded by losers, get the hell away from them. Get the hell away from them. If everybody around them is bums, or if you dealing with a woman and all her friends are whores, then she's probably a whore too. Let her go her way, my guy. Let her do her thing. I've been there. Let it slide. Let it ride. Life is so much better on the other side. I rhyme even when I ain't trying to rhyme. I'm telling you, if you meet a man and nobody in his family got it together, his dad ain't married to his mom for 30, 40, 50 years, his brother ain't been married, his cousin ain't been, this ain't done, everybody around him is trash, get the hell away from him. I don't care how he dress it up. I don't care how tidy ties tie up, how neat he look. I don't care what kind of cologne he got on. I don't care what kind of car he drive. If his circle is not tight, get the hell on. If he are around, if he surround himself around womanizers, or you see him around these guys that is a little questionable, you know, a little about, I don't know, dude. He probably a little, I don't know, right? Because you get around my guys, none of us look like you know what I'm saying? You got women talk about, oh, he tricked me. No, he didn't. No, the hell he didn't. He didn't. Own that. He didn't trick you. He didn't, man. You seen him with that dude with them tight pants on and that little purse. You seen that, man. You seen him with the dude with the Tazillions on and stuff like that. You knew what he was on. You just was in denial. Own that. Own the fact that you wasn't on top of your game. So next time you on top of your game. Own that. You got to own that. Fellas, own that, man. I ain't know she. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, man. You did know she was like that. Cause the 4 or 5 girls she hang. So you think her and her homegirls going out is 4 or 5 of them. You all 4 of them getting humped on. You think the fifth one is not? They with her for a reason. She on go. Own that, my guy. Own it. Own the way that you deal with people, man. Own the fact that these people are who they say they are and you missed it. You gotta own that, man. You gotta own that. I'm telling y'all from experience, I've had to own some of this, man. And I'm cool with it because it made my life better. Now, if you keep bumping your head, you a fool. How you saying you didn't know this guy was abusive when the first day y'all had a real argument? He had to throw something at the wall to not hit you. He has a problem. If he punching the wall, pretty soon it's gonna be your face. He don't know how to handle his anger. He's way too emotional. He's way too emotional. So when he beating your ass, how you saying you didn't see this coming? Well, he did get a little mad and do this. Yeah, you seen it coming. Own it. Own it. Own it. Take responsibility. That's the only way for you to take full control of your life is to take responsibility for every bad decision. Take responsibility for being around the wrong people. Take responsibility for surrounding yourself with people who don't care about you. Take responsibility for not wanting to do the hard thing, whatever it is. Take full responsibility. So the next time you're at those crossroads, you know you have to do the right thing or you'll end up where you don't want to be. Take full responsibility. If you don't want to tell your cousin you can't hang out this weekend because you got to study for your nursing exam because your cousin is a Section 8 mom and she don't have anything else to do. All she do is do hair and just go out. But you got something else going on. I don't got nothing wrong with do hair. You know, with women who do hair. Our trainer on here, she do hair, and I love it. She get her money. My lady do hair, and she get her money. But my lady do other things. All I'm saying is, if you around somebody who just want to get high drunk and do this and that, and don't respect the fact that you doing something because they don't have anything going on, they already made they $200 for the week. Section 8 gonna cover everything else. They good with that $200. You got goals. You have major responsibilities. You have things that you are trying to obtain. You cannot afford to hang out with people who don't. You cannot afford to converse with people who don't. You cannot afford to try to make those people happy because you won't. If making them happy means you have to put your things to the side, you a damn fool. If people are toxic, let's talk about some of those people. You have people that want to hold on to toxic relationships. Well, it is my sister. Who gives it? Who cares, bro? Who cares? Yes, it's your sister, but she's never liked you. Let's be honest. We know. Like, you know your sister never liked you. You know that your sister was trying to hump on your husband. What do you mean you gotta, oh, it's my sister? You a fool. You a fool. If you sitting around somebody who's backstabbed you, who's done you wrong time and time again, once again, things happen. I've never stole things from my siblings and family members, even when I was in the streets. In fact, I would keep them away from the stuff that I was into because I'm that type of person. But I'm saying if you are around somebody who has consistently did you wrong, consistently backstabbed you, consistently shown you that they don't give a F about you, and you stay around them, you are dead wrong. You are dead wrong. And you can't be the person who you keep telling people you are. If you have somebody around you that's in a certain position and they never reach out and say, hey, you want something over here? It's opportunities over here, and they can put you in positions to make more money. They can send you clients or they can send you referrals, whatever. And they don't do that. They don't have your best interests at heart. And it's okay to create a little distance. It's okay. It's okay. Because what happens is while you on the phone gossiping with them for an hour, you could have been making content and getting the clients that they're not sending you. That's what it is. While you listening to their problems, you could have been making some money or at least talking to somebody who could help you get in position to make some money, or at least learning something that can get you closer to your goals and making more money. But instead, you gossiping with somebody who don't give a F about whether you do good or do bad. You worrying about getting off the phone with them? Yeah, man, I gotta go. I gotta take care of something. You worrying about saying that? Girl, guess what happened at work today? Who gives a hoot? I don't care. Girl, guess what such and such said? Because social media and stuff, man, who cares? I'm focused on greatness. Stay over there. Call somebody else about it. My friends don't call me with gossip. If my friend called me right now with something, I'm telling you, I can listen. If he called me to tell me, dang, man, you know such and such locked up or such and such died, it's going to be a 2 to 3 minute conversation and back to greatness. Either we going to talk about greatness or I'm hanging up to get to greatness. I'm hanging up. It's too many other things that I could do than gossip about a bunch of people I don't really care about. Dang, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Back to greatness. Dang, man, you sure? How much time they got? Dang, that's crazy. All right, man, I got a book to read. For real. All right, man, I'm watching this podcast about grants and whatever. Whatever I need to do, I'm doing that instead of the BS. Yeah, man, that's cool. I got to make some content. I haven't made content in a while. Have a good day. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I've been there. I've let family members and friends take me through the ringer. And I'm telling you, it's not greater later. They're going to do it again, do it again, do it again. Once they see they can throw you off your square or they can call you with BS, they going to call you because it's a bunch of people that's like me that's going to say, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Enjoy the rest of your day. Now they calling you because you going to give them an ear. It's a crazy world we living in. You got to stay focused. Once again, it's lonely at the top, but the air is so much better up there. I ain't up there yet, but I'm on my way up there because I know the air is better up there. Because down there is crowded. It's crowded at the bottom. It's so crowded. You want to be down there with all them losers? If that's where you want to be, that's cool. If you want to be struggling and can barely pay your bills and ducking the repo man and stuff, that's cool. I mean, it's a bunch of that going on. You can do that. Credit 400, 500. Mine ain't, but if you comfortable down there, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Who am I to tell you to be great? I can't tell you to be great. That's if that's where you want to be at, stay there. Just stay there. Have a good time. Let me know how it goes for you. It's cool, bro. Like that's how you gotta play it. Yeah, man. I'm sorry. Dang, okay. You don't listen to me. You got cousins and sisters and brothers calling you with drama and mad that you not because you don't care about my feelings. I don't. I swear I don't care. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care. I care that how my kids feel because I want them to be productive adults. That's the only person who I have to worry about is my kids. Them the only people. My kids are the only people I have to worry about because I want them to grow into law-abiding, productive adults. Those are the only people I need to worry about. You other grown people, like, why do I care about your feelings? I don't care about your feelings. It's greatness over here. And I've shown it. It's been 5 years and I'm doing better. The last time didn't count. It was all illegal. The last time people said, man, you've been home 6 months and you doing better than people. Yeah, the last time it was a lot of, you know what I mean? It's going this time I did it all the right way. It's no excuses. I did it all the right way. I did it the right way. And I'm telling you how to do it. This conversation is me telling you how to do it. I'm literally giving you a blueprint when I cut this live stream on. I'm giving you a blueprint. If I'm not talking about current events, and how I feel about certain things, I'm giving you the blueprint. Even when I talk about current events, I'm giving you the blueprint. I'm just starting off with those type of things. And by the time I get into how I feel about things, I'm basically giving you a blueprint. I did this all the right way, y'all. I did this the right way, man. I ain't out here selling nothing. I ain't out here robbing nobody, stealing from nobody, doing nothing crazy, man. I did this the right way. And there's somebody with multiple felonies, somebody that listen, I never had, I love my mom, but I never could call my mom and say, Mom, I need you to send me $500. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. I never could do that. I never could do that. My mom live in Grand Rapids. She can't even babysit the kids for me and Lily. We literally putting this shit together. Between the two of us, we figure this out. Baby, I'm gonna be at the office all day. Eli old enough to where we can make sure things are straight, but we figuring this out. We don't have that type of support system to where we could just leave the kids over there and go do this and go out of town. That's why I don't do a whole lot of trips. I don't have that support system. My kids got school and different things. We gotta figure it out. The kids don't ride school buses. We taking them, we picking them up. Between Lily and I, we get this done. We get this done. And have for the past 5.5 years, we've gotten it done. Before that, she was handling her business because we get it done, man. So when I tell you I'm giving you the blueprint, I'm giving you the blueprint. Stop dealing with these losers. Stop feeling like you owe family members and friends just because they've been around or just because they blood. You don't. You have to consider yourself. They tell you to put the mask on before you try to save anybody. You're probably stagnant because you way too busy worrying about losers' feelings. I don't care if it's my brother, my cousin, my sister, whatever it is. A loser is a loser, man. You got to call a spade a spade. If you've been handling your business for 5 years and they've made no progress in life, then they're losers. And it's okay to say, hey, you're a loser. Just lose over there. Just stay over there. Keep your losing ass away from me. I don't want that to rub off on me, man. Keep that. That shit is contagious. Losing is contagious. Stay over there. You're not about to come over here and spit that loser spit on me. Drip that loser sweat on me. I don't want to breathe the same air as you losers. And I don't care. I don't care. We all go through things. I'm not talking about somebody who ran across a rough patch and they need a little assistance because it was a rough patch. I'm talking about somebody who's never done anything in their life. And how I look at what someone's potential is not how everybody else look at it. I look at potential based on trajectory, right? So somebody could tell you, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to trucking school. I'm going to X, Y, and Z. I don't care nothing about that. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. I don't care. I don't care nothing about what you're going to do. But if I see you doing it, then I know that that's what you're doing. So I'm going based off trajectory. Trajectory. I'm going off trajectory. So if the trajectory is going in the right direction, then you cool with me. You don't have to be there yet. I know that you heading in the right direction. I ain't talking about your mouth. I'm talking about your actions are heading in the right direction. You may not have a degree, but you're in school. That's the right direction. You're not going to tell me, yeah, I'm thinking about going back to school, and then I think that you on the right trajectory. I'm saying your actions are showing me that you're doing the right thing. Your actions are showing me that you are for the right thing. Your actions are showing me that you have my best interest at heart. I don't care what your mouth say. You can say anything with your tongue. I'm saying what your actions are doing is what I have to consider. If you show me that that you've made some type of change in your life and you're for the right thing, I'm all for that. But you can't be doing dirt ball bad and telling me how you gonna bounce back. And I come and you sleep at 8, 9, 10, 12, 1 o'clock during the day, whatever. I don't believe in that. I wake up at 4, 5, 6 in the morning, even on the weekends. So how you gonna tell me what you about to do, and I'm supposed to believe you when I'm watching you be a bum, when I'm watching you hanging around other bums. You want me to believe that? I'm watching what you're doing. You wake up to a blunt, you wake up to a bottle, but you telling me, hey, I'm gonna be better. I'm doing better. I'm telling you, I got my mind right now. How? How you got your mind right? All this opportunity up the street, you won't even leave out the house. It's no excuse. Damn near everywhere is hiring, man. It's no excuse. You can go through a rough patch. I say a rough patch is 3 to 6 months in regular life, y'all. 3 to 6 months can be a rough patch. I can take that. I may even assist you in those 3 to 6 months. But 6 to 12 months, I'm already questioning what you really got going on. And after that 12 months, unless you did some time, and see, the thing about time is a lot of people doing time, they don't even realize that they have PTSD and other problems. Because it's no different than being at war or being in the army or anywhere else. It's a war zone. So if you've been to jail for 10, 15, 20 years and it take you a year to get your bearings and get on your feet, I can understand that. As long as you're doing the right thing consistently and things starting to work out for you, I'm all for that. I'm saying you out here and maybe you run into a rough patch. Maybe you get fired. Something else. You got 6 months to bounce back before I'm thinking, man, you on garbage. I think 6 months is more than reasonable. I did 9 years in prison, and in 4 months, I had my own crib. Before the fifth month, I had my own car. And it was, like I said, it was illegal stuff. And it was, no matter what, I did it. When I came home this time, I had a car within a month. I was in a halfway house. They wouldn't even let me drive my car. My car was parked in front of the halfway house for 2 weeks. I had license plates, insurance, I had everything I needed, and they wouldn't come out and do an inspection to make sure the mirrors and lights worked. Like my car just sat in front of the halfway house. But I had it. That's all I'm saying. It's no excuse for somebody to be doing dirt ball bad all the time. They're a loser. Get away from them unless you're a loser too. I'm not sugarcoating nothing. If you hanging around a bunch of losers and you don't got it together, you a loser too. All of y'all just keep y'all losing ass over there. I don't want to hear about it. All of y'all keep y'all losing ass over there, man. I don't want to come party with you. I don't care what you put on the grill. I don't even eat meat. I don't care what you got going on. I don't want nothing to do with your losing ass. If you sit around and watch Tubi movies all day, smoking, drinking, leaning, whatever else, I don't want nothing. That's not my lifestyle, my brother. That's not my lifestyle. If you sit around and watch YouTube gossiping about these guys, that guys, or whatever else, that's not my lifestyle, my brother. Now, I got a partner that do content, so he watch battle rap a lot, but that's what he do. He get paid to commentate on battle rap. I'll go watch a battle with him. We can crack a couple jokes because I like battle rap. I'm not telling people to be hermits or what. I'm just saying stuff has to make sense, man. A bum is a bum. Stop lying to yourself because it's your brother or your cousin or even your son or your daughter. My oldest is only 14, 15. My oldest is only 15, y'all. So if he a loser, I'm telling him he a loser. I've told him, bro, you starting to act like a bum. It's time to keep it real, man. If you can't keep it real with yourself, you can't keep it real with your people. I don't want to be around you, man. Keep it real with your people, bro. If you around somebody and they not taking care of their kids, why are you still around them? If you around somebody and they ain't made ends meet in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, why are you still around them? If I'm around a woman and she keep making dumb decisions, why are you still with that man who been beating your ass for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years? I don't even want to talk to you. You got nothing but sad songs for me. You an idiot. If you around a homeboy who his wife keep cheating on him, he can't he can't win for losing with her. I don't wanna deal with you, my nigga. You don't got nothing for me but sad songs. Your life is miserable. Your life is miserable, my guy. This is how you have to think if you want to win. This is where your mind's supposed to be at because you want to win. You got to cut off all the losers. They can't do anything for you. I don't mean monetarily. I mean, they don't have any resources. They don't have any referrals. They don't have anything for you but gossip, but drama, time wasting things. They want to sit on the phone with you all day because they don't have anything to do. Get this in your head. Losers lose, winners win. Get around winners. Let the losers go be over there and keep losing because they only gonna drag you with them. I don't care who it is. Once again, I don't care if it's your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, anybody that's stuck on drama, anybody with life trauma that they want to dump on you every chance they get the hell away from them and don't feel bad doing it. Don't feel bad doing it, man. Feel good. Feel like you just cut off some dead weight. Feel like you just freed yourself. Feel good doing it. Cut them off fast. Cut them off. I'm talking about clip them and keep it moving. Look, man, what you got going on ain't what I got going on, my guy. We on different things, man. And if you can't do that, then you once again you only got two options. You have to admit you don't want it bad enough, or you have to admit you too weak to really go get it and do what needs to be done. Just admit it, man. You not ready. You not ready. If every time your homegirl call you and want to go out, you put your book down to go out, you not ready. You not ready. If every time she tell you, hey, here's some niggas over here, you getting dragged, you a hoe like her. This ain't, oh, I don't know why she, oh, no, you are a hoe like her. You just like her. Yeah, you went and signed up for school, but you ain't really trying hard because as fast as you can get distracted, you get distracted. You a fool like them. It was good for social media. Just got my books, just got this, my full report card and my such and such. That's stupid. I'm not signing up for nothing I don't plan on finishing. All I got to do is get in. Listen, when I got in the NBA program, them people told me I had money left over. I was gonna be cool to start in May, right? They told me I was gonna be cool to start in May. I didn't start it, got my books, I'm cooling. They send me the bill. They say, now you owe us $8,700, right? Look, I say, dang, this usually the other way. Cause I hadn't had to pay them no crazy money. So I'm looking. I say this 87 look a little different. It's something a little strange about this one. So I called for confirmation. Hey, just got my, you know what I mean? Son, well, Mr. Hill, yes, it appears that you ran out of money last semester because you took 5 classes this semester and the one before it. So you don't have the money to pay. Yeah, oh, dang, but I thought I had. Okay. I hang up, call Lily and tell her. She like, no, such and such. You could just do this, that, and that. See, the thing is, when my foot is on the gas, my foot on the gas. I'm in my zone. I'm not about to tell these people I'll see them in September when my money reset. I ain't doing it. I figure it out. I figure it out. I didn't have it. I'm just finishing school. Now, at this point, I wasn't necessarily struggling, but I didn't have 8,700 to pull out my ass. I called the school back. I said, listen, what kind of payment plans can we arrange? They said, well, you can give us $2,900 every month. I said, $2,900? My business was probably doing about 50,000 at the time. I'm probably making about 50, 60,000 at the time. I said, dang, they want 2,900 for 29, 20. Yep, that's right. It was 8,700. I said, dang, just sign me up for that. I'm going. I'm pedal to the metal. Nothing gonna stop me. That summer was rough, but I paid that 29, and that 29, and I finished with that MBA on time because I didn't let nothing stop me. I wasn't worried about going to Disneyland. I wasn't worried about nothing else. The kids had a couple pair of shoes that summer. It was even tight getting school supplies to go back. But daddy making bread. Nah, daddy getting to it. It was worth it. I paid it. I paid it, bro. I paid it. I paid it. I grind hard to pay it while I was doing the school work that was a little harder than the last school work because it was the NBA school work, and I paid it because I set my mind to something. I didn't let anything set me back. I didn't care about having to pay whatever the situation was going to be. I know what I needed, and I took care of that. Imagine being around negativity and having to clear your head space, clear your mind. Like if you look at my office is clean, is neat because I need that space to think. I have minimal pictures on the walls. I have everything set for me to be peaceful because you need that. If somebody is always calling you with drama, every time you get off the phone with them, you got to reset. You have to unwind because they wind you up. Dog, guess who such and such? Guess this? Guess what said? Guess who did? Guess that? Man, I don't care nothing about that, man. I don't care nothing about hood drama. I see stuff every now and then, and yeah, oh dang, that's crazy. Dang, he died. Couple people really hurt guys that I like grew up with. You feel it like, dang, that's crazy. And I'm not beyond emotions, y'all. Like I bumped into my guy Marcus about 2 3 years ago. Something was going on. I like bumped into Marcus, and I asked about his sister April because April was my dog, and I just asked about April, like, dang, how's sis doing? And the way Marcus looked at me, man, he was like, you don't know. I was like, I don't know what. Like, I really didn't know. I was in jail, and then I came home and had just been like going to school. I hadn't really been into everything, and he told me she passed. And I ain't gonna lie to you, Lily was with me, and I ain't, she didn't think I messed with April or nothing, but like I was like noticeably like a little down for a minute, right? I was a little down because she passed and he had like when he told me her kids were over there playing, he was like, they go to kids. And I had been around the kids because April was in a biker club and April was my dog. Sometimes April would call me, Alvin, I need you to come pick me up, this going on or this tripping. And I go get April. Like April was my dog. I go get April, take April home. So I had been around the kids, you know what I mean? And I was, even then I was hustling and stuff. So I never spent a lot of time around. But I've been around, and to see the kids have to play without their mom, she had got sick and whatever else happened, like it was like sad. So I am human. I'm not telling people not to be human. And that was something that I had to shake for. Like it literally was like bothering me for a couple hours. Like, dang, dog, like she really passed. And by this time she had passed for years. Like I didn't know. You know what I mean? I came home and was just in my world and she had passed while I was gone. And I was like really sad, y'all. Like, dang, man. So I'm human. Other people passed, man. My aunt passed since I've been home. I'm human. While I was gone, my little cousin was killed. Like, I'm telling y'all, I'm human, y'all. I'm human. I'm not any different than y'all. I have feelings. I'm not this cold-blooded person. I'm just a person who understands what it takes. I'm telling y'all, I'm human. Me and Lily done been through things. I done had to move out, and I had to fight through that. She pissed me off. I was a little mad at her, but I was missing my kids. I was used to waking up to my kids, and even now I wake up and I love on my kids. So I had to fight through that. It was a time where I moved out before finals and had to fight through that. I was finishing a tax season, my first tax season with my team last year, and I was going through that, and I had to fight through that. I have issues like y'all have issues, man. I'm human like y'all. Cinco pissed me off sometimes, right? He called me today. It was a better phone call. He just called me talking about football practice. But sometimes Cinco pissed me off, right? Cinco will do something. I'm only bringing up Cinco because the other kids do little bad stuff, but Cinco do big bad stuff, like real big bad stuff. So sometimes Cinco piss me off. Today he called me. It was all love, but like I could literally Cinco is cool. You can go outside. Like I told Cinco to go outside a couple weeks ago. You cool? I wasn't even home yet, but I was on my way. I pull up, Cinco running through all the stop signs on this damn motor scooter. I'm talking about running through stop signs. Cinco going, the scooter go 30 whatever miles an hour. Cinco going the whole 30 through everything. Cinco Willie bike, Cinco do whatever. I'm telling you, Cinco been the. I've walked out to Cinco fighting like literally, like it'll be that fast. I literally pulled up with Cinco from football practice, not at the new house. The new house is kind of laid back, we good, but at the old house, I pull up fast as I could get my keys out to go in the house. Cinco out there fighting, like Cinco to one. So when I bring up Cinco, that's the only reason because Cinco do big bad stuff. Cash should do some little stuff. Cinco do big bad stuff. So it's been times where I had stuff going on where Cinco do something crazy. And I'm like, dang, man, I done had to go to the school and Cinco talking about no, one day I was heading to my office and Cinco called me. Cinco FaceTime me. Cinco going crazy, bro. Like on the FaceTime, he crying and he not a big crier. Like he like a tough guy. So he called me. He say, Dad, the gym teacher, such and such, he going crazy. This was just like a few months ago. He going crazy on the FaceTime. So I stopped everything that I'm doing. I made a beeline, ran up to the school. I get up to the school, and long story short, the camera says Cinco's lying. Cinco in there beating kids up, literally like throwing kids around, acting crazy. So when the gym teacher put him out, it was for a good reason. He wasn't picking on him. So it messed up my whole day. Cause not only did not only did I now I gotta take Cinco. I can't even go do what I was going to do. But now I'm pissed because you just lied to me. I was pissed all the way there. I done called his mama, called Lily. I'm about to go up to the school and beat somebody up. I don't know who I'm gonna beat up, but Cinco called me crying. He ain't usually crying. I'm telling you, I have life issues like y'all have life issues. But I had to shake that off. Fast as I got home and got my head straight, I was in my office. Okay, I can't go to my real office. I gotta work from home. I'm at home now. My office is fine, but I planned on being at my real office, and I was like, dang man, it messed up my plans, but I had to shake it off. Whatever it was with Cinco, here go something to eat. Here go this. Now you gotta leave me alone. Give me that phone. Don't touch that TV. Go read a book, whatever. But leave me alone. I got business to take care of. You done set me back 2 hours now. Now I really gotta handle my business. But I sat here and got it done. This all I'm telling y'all, man. You gotta get it done. You gotta make the plan, and then you gotta know these people can't be on the bus. They're not gonna make the cut. You gotta know this action not gonna make the cut. I had to let some things go within me. I had to. I had to let some of my habits go because they wasn't gonna get me to the next level. I couldn't carry those habits. I had to learn how to shake something off like what I just went through a few months ago with Cinco. I'm talking about I was red hot. I was seeing red because he called me crying off this FaceTime, and all I knew was I got to get up here. Whatever this gym teacher did to my son, I got to get up here. And I'm walking in the building thinking, now I got to put my hands on somebody, man. They about to make me revert to this. I don't want to be this person. But you didn't put your hands on my son, and he ain't did. Gym teacher ain't did nothing. Cinco, you need to get out of here. And he called me and put the battery in my back. If they hadn't had everything on the camera, I'd have probably still been mad today. But I had to shake it off. You got to learn how to shake things off, and you got to learn how to shake people off. And not temporarily. So when I say shake people off, it's got to be long term. You got to shake people off to where they know they shook. You can't avoid a phone call here and there. You got to basically be like, listen, bro, where I'm going and where you going is two different places. I don't want to be nowhere near your final destination. So you got to go that away. And it's okay. And it's okay. You got to be comfortable with it. You got to know it's a part of growth. You got to accept it.